So before we start, I have to excuse my English because it's a little bit rusty and not well trained, but I hope you will understand everything. If there are some questions, please write it in the comments, and I will try to translate it in a little bit better way than by my speech. Sorry for that, but I hope it fits. So today, after around about 2 years, or no, one and a half year experience with my camper van, I make my first room tour. So I didn't clean up very well because yeah, it's only a room tour, and yeah. First of all, the question was why to build up my own camper van. And what criteria I had for the finished so-called product. So first of all, I want to have a so-called stealth camper. So I want to stay everywhere, and no one should see that's a camper van. That makes it much more easy to stay on in some countries in Europe where it's not allowed to stay overnight. Second one is I have to be below 3.5 tons, because otherwise you have, if you're over 3.5 tons, you have to check your car with the TÜV, the technical inspection, every year. Below 3.5 tons every 2 years, and many roads are closed for vehicles over 3.5 tons. The next and last thing is you're not allowed to drive as fast as you can. So in Germany you can, but only till 3.5 tons. Above 3.5 tons you're only allowed to drive 100 kilometers per hour. And these are the regulations I want to skip. So I have to be below 3.5 tons. So I'm very tall, so I can't sleep across to the car. I have to sleep lengthwise, because inside the car it's around about 1.7 meters, so it doesn't fit. And then when you sleep lengthwise, it doesn't fit with a small car, so I choose a little bit large one. So the size of my car is so-called L3 H2. So size length size 3 and high size 2, and that's it. So it's a really big one, but I can't get all my stuff inside in a smaller one.
So, okay, come in and have a look.
So when I bought this car, it was a normal long distance transporter, and it was a three-seater with a single driver seat and a double passenger seat. So this was one of the first thing I changed, because it's not so comfortable to sit on this two passenger seat for long distances. So I changed it, and I built in the turnaround so that you can turn around the seats and get with the table inside a nice place for having lunch or sitting together, gaming and so on. And then the special one is that I get the permission for a double-seater. So I have 4 full-size seats here. That's in Germany. It's extremely complex to get the permission for the double seat, because the TIC industry has to change your papers, and they are not willing to do this. So it cost me around about 1 year to get the right person, which has the knowledge and the permission to give me the permission for this double-seater. So I'm allowed to drive with 4 person. Here there's the table, and of course it's not so large, but I can swing out a little bit more. So it's nearly double size, and it's enough for a person, yeah, it's close to the kitchen where we have here with 2 flames gas here and a little buzzer at the side for the necessary things. So it's enough, and it's only the only one because I don't want to spend so much space for a whole bathroom, because I have here less than 8 square meter, and we have to do everything here. So if you're in the kitchen, so you see it fits nearly exactly for me. But if I stand really straight, it's a little bit too low for 1.90. So, but other thing. If you're on the kitchen, you need space to prepare something. You can put the plates down, so you can, if you make the dish, you put here the wet dish. But where to store the dirty dish right before dishwashing? So you can flip this plate, and you can have here some space for the dirty dishes. Or if you have prepared something for cooking, you can store it here also. And here, that's very nice. You can fit it to nearly everything. And you have like this for less water, or if you need some more water, like this. The sound of the pump. So it's not a, this is a normal housekeeping thing. It's not special for camping. And you see here the two full-size beds in a width of 1.40 and a length, the long one 1.9 and the short one 1.7. But with the open end, so if you're a little bit larger, you can flip out your feet, so it's no problem. Then you have, and at the side, you have some space for a book or glasses or something else. And of course, if you flip, so I can flip the beds to the side if I want to transport a little bit. So, but I will show it a little bit later. Here we have classical storage. It's enough space for 3 or 4 person, and yeah, it's not there are no walls beside. I tried it out and it's not necessary. And this has the feature if you want to transport some long things, like my spearfishing guns, I can put it inside because there are no barrier. So that's on both sides. Here I have a little bit detailed spaces. Yeah, I have a diesel heater inside. It's above the beds, and of course a toilet, and it's a compost toilet, so it doesn't need any water. That's that's important because I have only 100 liter fresh water, and if you're traveling with 3 person and I want to have a range of minimum 4 or 5 days, you have to be careful with the use of water. So, and then here it's all my electrical things. Here you can see the wastewater. Actual around about 10%. The fresh water around about 45-50 liters. My battery is full. I have a 150 lithium iron phosphate battery, and I can charge with solar power. So actually it should be 100%. Only 0.2 because it's full, so there's no more space inside. Then there's a panel for 220 volt DC. So I have no AC. So I have in the car AC and DC. Here are the lights, water pump, and water heater, so I can heat my water with current, but it's very expensive. While you are driving, it's no problem. You can put it on, and the car will produce also current for charge the battery or use it for the heater. But I can also switch my heater to heat the water or not. So while the heater is running, I will switch it to this side, and then the heater will make warm water. So I have a heater around about 10 liter, and it's up to 80 degrees, 10 liter, and it's
enough for 3 to 4 persons to take a hot shower, but of course only relative short showers, because there are only 100 liter water inside.
Then I have a full-size fridge. It's 90 liter inside, and I have a deep freezer, and it's going up to minus 17 degrees Celsius. I have one window. I have to put this window inside, otherwise I can't use the double seat. So it's one of the regulations. So if you have to go to the trunk, you can do it from the outside, but also you can do it from the inside. So I can open it, and then you have full access to the trunk. But it's not necessary, because I have to go a little bit backwards. You can also flip the bed to the sides, and then you have also full access to the trunk, and you can put something bigger inside. I will show it on an example with the bike of my wife. So I told you that I made the construction that it's multifunctional. So if I want to transport something, it's not necessary to put it outside, because I have enough space to put it inside, like in this case the bike from my wife. And you see it's enough space to put in 2 bikes, and I have a small boat, and it's around about 3 meter long and 150 wide, and I can put it inside, no problem. So you ask, I have a 4-seater but only 2 beds. That's partly right, but here's the solutions. I can build from the double seat with a table and a little additional thing, a full-size, nearly 2-meter bed. I slept there, and I slept very well. So It fits for one adult or perhaps for two children. So it's not very comfortable for two person, but for two children it should fit. So I have two windows in the roof here, one with a fan, and at the back of the car one without, and I can put this fan to bring fresh air inside or the warm air outside of the car. So that's very beneficial in the summer. So I put the fan that brings warm air outside, and at the other roof window I open it a little bit so the fresh air during the night came inside and you can sleep very well. So that was roughly all, and now there are some small highlights which I didn't see till today. So I told you I'm 1.9 meters, so it's very difficult for this cabbage. If you have something like this, it had going against your head, so that's not good for me. So I try to open per slice, so it's not needed so much of space inside the car, so it's more space for my head. I did it here and also here. Here at the end of the car we have some light for if you want to read something, and of course also USB to charge your mobile phone or have some videos on YouTube on your tab. So that was a small room tour, but there's one question. Where is the bathroom? So I have to protect my weight, not my personal, but for the car. So I don't want to build in an original bathroom, and I don't have the space for that. And so I did a little bit very different. Please have a look.
So that's my bathroom. It's a full-size shower. So let's go in. Here's the shower head, actually not connected, but you can see where to connect. And it's held by magnets on the siding. So I designed the shower by CAD, and a colleague of me printed it by a 3D printer. And the function is like a light, warm summer rain. Very nice and efficient regarding to the water resources.
That's it. And you can also take this one for protect if you're going to the to your private room.
So here you see the folded shower, and it's very space saving.
So that's the room tour, and that's all for today. If you have some comments, questions, or something like this, please leave the message on the comments. And if you want to see more from me, my car, and my hobbies, take the subscription and get the information when there's a new film. The next one will be my last travel to Norway, and there are perhaps some fantastic pictures inside. And yeah, thanks for all. Bye.